Picture the greatest business heist of all time. Not a movie. This actually happened, and you're using the evidence in your pocket right now. It started with China pulling off what might be the most brilliant trap in modern business history. Imagine having the world's biggest companies, Apple, Tesla, you name it, literally begging to give you their most valuable secrets. No guns, no threats, just an offer they couldn't refuse to make stuff for dirt cheap. These tech giants, worth trillions today, walked right into what you might call a golden cage. The deal was simple and seemingly perfect. Come to China, use our massive workforce, and watch your profits soar. And boy did they come running. Who wouldn't? But here's where it gets juicy. While American companies were counting their money, China was counting something else. Patents, designs, and blueprints. They took notes on every innovation, every manufacturing secret, and every breakthrough that crossed their borders. But now, the US is finally pushing back.
China.
China's economy is wobbling like a Jenga tower, and suddenly, the hunter has become the hunted. Those same companies that China once leered in, now they're being begged to come back, but this time, they're not so quick to take the bait. How the turntables. Let's break this down. When American companies like Apple and Tesla came to China for the cheap manufacturing, they didn't realize they were walking into a trap.
There's a confusion about China, and let me at least give you my opinion. The popular conception is that companies come to China because of low labor cost. I'm not sure what part of China they go to, but the truth is China stopped being the low labor cost country many years ago. The reason is because of the skill, the quantity of skill in one location, and the type of skill it is. Like the products we do require really advanced tooling, and the precision that you have to have in tooling and working with the materials that we do are state of the art. And the tooling skill is very deep here. You know, in the US you could have a meeting of tooling engineers and I'm not sure we could fill the room. In China you could fill multiple football fields. It's that vocational expertise is very deep. Very, very deep here.
Tesla is deep in it with their Gigafactory in Shanghai. Sure, they were saving tons of money, but they were also accidentally giving away their secret recipes. Soon, these not-so-secret products were being sold cheaper in China with the government's backing. Why would Chinese consumers buy an expensive iPhone when they could get a similar local phone for way less? Fast forward to today, and China's economy is sinking. Nobody's buying houses anymore, young people can't find jobs, and their exports are tanking. Even their famous manufacturing sector isn't the powerhouse it used to be. China definitely put too many eggs in one basket in this case. They rely too much on foreign technology, and now they're suffering. Here's what's going wrong. First, they're selling way less stuff to other countries. We're talking about a massive 14.5% drop in exports in July 2023. This matters because selling stuff to other countries has been China's bread and butter for decades. Then there's their real estate market, which is basically their version of the 2008 US housing crisis, but maybe worse. Think about it like this. For years, Chinese people put their savings into buying apartments like Americans buy stocks. Now these apartment buildings are half empty, developers can't pay their bills, and people are scared to buy new homes. So what's China doing to fix this mess? They're trying everything they can think of. They're making it cheaper to borrow money. They're offering sweet deals to foreign companies like Apple and Tesla to come back. They're planning to spend big on infrastructure and give tax breaks to boost the economy. Like when the government sends stimulus checks to get people spending. To make everything worse, America is playing hardball. They're blocking China from getting their hands on advanced tech, especially computer chips and AI stuff. Imagine if someone suddenly said you couldn't buy the latest PlayStation or graphics card. That's basically what America is doing to China, but on a massive scale. Think of it as the US controlling the choke points of the semiconductor industry. The US and its friends control 90% of the most advanced chip making equipment, and they're not sharing anymore. To fix their economy, China's now desperately trying to win back foreign companies. They're offering sweet deals, tax breaks, and promising to be nicer to foreign businesses. But American companies aren't buying it. They remember getting burned before when China stole their tech, and they're not eager to make the same mistake twice. It's true that China heavily relied on foreign companies to boost its tech sector. The goal was to use economic interdependence to promote stability and gain access to advanced technologies. The hope was that this would lead to some democratization in China. America's doing some small yard high fence business. Instead of blocking everything, they're just blocking the really important stuff, like the equipment needed to make advanced computer chips and AI technology. It's like putting a lock on your toolbox, but only for your most expensive tools. This has hit China hard. Their chip production dropped by 17% in early 2023, and they're now 5 to 10 years behind the US in making advanced chips. This strategy has caused major setbacks for China's ambitions to become a leader in AI. But China's not taking this lying down. They've got their own secret weapon: rare earth elements. Like what? Rocks? Not really. These are super important materials needed to make everything from smartphones to electric cars, and China controls the majority of the world's supply. So the ball's back in the US's court? What does this mean for US companies? This whole situation is like watching a toxic relationship play out on a global scale. Neither side can fully break away because they're too dependent on each other. China needs the innovation and investment that US companies bring, while US companies need China's unmatched manufacturing capabilities. But the trust is broken, and both sides are trying to gain the upper hand while pretending they don't need each other as much as they actually do. The real question isn't whether they'll stay together, it's who will gain the upper hand in this power struggle. Right now, the US has the tech advantage, but China's manufacturing dominance and control over important rocks means this fight is far from over. Thanks for visiting Too Big to Frog. We'll see you next time.